From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Tisha Bader.
Hi, this is Micah Halpern, sitting in for Tisha Bader, and here is the JBS News Update for Tuesday, June 20th, 2023. Israel exported a record $12 billion in defense products last year. New Arab partners under the U.S.-sponsored 2020 Abraham Accords accounted for almost a quarter of that business. According to the Israeli Defense Ministry, the 2022 figures marked a 50% increase over previous 3 years and a doubling in volume over the previous decade. Drones accounted for 25% of the 2022 exports, and missiles and rockets or air defense systems for 19%. Without naming specific clients, the ministry said that 24% of defense exports were to Abraham Accords countries. United Arab Emirates and Bahrain were signatories to those accords, and Israel often counts Morocco and Sudan as part of the larger group. China is willing to play a role to help the Palestinians achieve internal reconciliation and promote peace talks with Israel. That is the message that Chinese President Xi gave Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas when they met in Beijing. According to Chinese state media, during their meeting, Xi called for the, quote, establishment of an independent Palestinian state based on the 1967 borders with East Jerusalem as its capital, unquote. The Chinese president also suggested that the international community should increase development, assistance, and humanitarian help to the Palestinians. Abbas has just wound up a 3-day visit to Beijing, during which he hoped to demonstrate Chinese support for the Palestinian state. Historically, China had good relations with the Palestinians. Xi and Abbas also announced that the two sides had agreed to establish a strategic partnership, and they signed a number of bilateral documents. Included among those documents was an economic and technological cooperation pact. This is good news for the Palestinians. It is not necessarily good news for Israel. Following the lead of his president, Chinese Foreign Minister Qin Gang told his Palestinian counterpart that China attaches great importance to the Palestinian issue and will continue to support peace talks. According to a statement from his ministry, during their meeting in Beijing, the Chinese Foreign Minister affirmed that China has always firmly supported the just cause of the Palestinian people to restore their legitimate rights and can contribute, in his words, Chinese wisdom to the Palestinian cause. According to Russia's RIA Novosti news agency, deputy foreign ministers from Russia and Syria and Turkey and Iran will be meeting in the capital of Kazakhstan, Astana. The 4 countries will carry on discussions about Syria's future after their 12-year civil war. During the 12-year period, Russia and Iran supported Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, while NATO member Turkey backed the political armed opposition to him. The foreign ministers from these 4 countries have already met in Moscow during May. At that time, Russia announced that the deputy ministers would be tasked with preparing a roadmap in advance Syrian-Turkey's ties. As we now can see, Russia was true to its word. And now for a look at tonight's programming. At 7, Rabbi Ammiel Hirsch explores the notion of freedom. At 7:30, Israeli Arab advocacy activist Yoseph Hadad, AJC's Avital Leibovich, and Ambassador Dror Eidar discuss the BDS movement and its impact on the threat of delegitimization against the State of Israel. At 8, Reserve Israeli Generals Hirsch, Buskila and Kukia, and journalist Abu Toame discuss developments in the Palestinian arena, the rise of Hamas, and the Israeli approach to the Palestinian Authority beyond the Abbas era. At 9, it's Yiscah Smith on L'chaim. At 10, Gilly Greenstein speaks on anti-Zionism from Limud, New York, 2014. And coming up next, it's ILTV's Insider. This is Micah Halpern and the JBS News Update. I want to wish everyone a good evening.